Hello everyone and welcome back to Tuesday Night Legacy, where we showcase Magic's most powerful formats. My name is Eugene and I'll be your commentator for this round 1 from May 3rd. On the left we have David playing a blue-black ninjas list. This is a tempo list that likes to abuse the ninjutsu mechanic with all of these ninjas that love to draw cards like Ingenious Infiltrator, Moon Circuit Hacker, and Yuriko Tiger Shadow. Playing early cards like Ornithopter and Changeling Outcast in order to get those unblocked ninjutsu triggers into play, and tempoing out the opponent by drawing a bunch of cards and protecting these ninjas with things like Daze and all sorts of different permission spells. On the right, we have Stanley playing an Oops All Spells list. This is an all-in combo that abuses the modal-faced land cards so that there are not actually any real lands in the deck. And so how he can abuse this is by having a bunch of mana ramp into a card, either Balustrade Spy or Undercity Informer, which flips the entire deck into the graveyard. And once that's there, he can cast Dread Return with sacrificing all of his Narcomoebas, and that gets Thassa's Oracle. And since there's no cards left in the deck, that's a win. He has a lot of things that protect this combo, like a Pact of Negation that you can cast because you're going to win anyways, and also Cabal Therapy that's going to be in the grave that you can use your Narcomoeba if you're scared of any other counterspells or actions that are going to dismantle your combo. Tempo versus combo. Let's see who gets there. We have Stanley on the play here, starting out with that Agadeem's Awakening. Lotus Petal into a Dark Ritual. So 4 mana available here. We see a Cabal Ritual, just adding 1 mana, so we're up to 5 mana. Seeing the Balustrade Spy, this trigger is going to flip over the whole deck. Force of Negation for that Force of Will from David. And so Stanley's going to go through the combo here. The Narcomoebas, as they're put into the graveyard from the library, they're actually going to be put onto the battlefield, so all 4 of these 1/1s are going to go onto the field. Thankfully, that is not actually the win condition, of course. We see a Cabal Therapy that is also sent to the graveyard, naming a card. I think it was Daze, and David just decided to pack up the game because he knew the Thassa's Oracle was coming. Since there was no cards left in the deck, that's an automatic win. Into game 2 here, we see a Force of Negation from David getting that Dark Ritual there. Exiling it from play. Just a Lotus Petal from Stanley, pass it back. Doesn't have any lands in hand. The All Spells deck is definitely a glass cannon. If it is interacted with, then usually it could fall apart pretty quickly. Stanley does have a lot of cards here still. We see a Cabal Ritual trying to go off with that Simian Spirit Guide. David says no to that as well, had a Daze. And then we're seeing out of the sideboard the Surgical Extraction for the Cabal Rituals. Taking out all 4, showing the hand of did have one of the spies in hand. And I think that might have had 2 spies in hand, actually. Trying to get 1 in play in case he drew another land and then could have activated it. So all the Cabal Rituals are gone. David goes to his turn after Stanley drew. Looks like David has a Daze at least. Daze being especially powerful here, especially since Stanley doesn't have any mana in play. We see just a 2 cast for a Moon Circuit Hacker. No ninjutsu. Just get this guy in play. Make sure that he can start looting as soon as possible. Holding on to a ton of permission. That's pretty much the only way to get through the All Spells deck. Got to make sure you stop them at every step of the way, because All Spells goes way out of its way to protect its combo as much as possible. See a Changeling Outcast come down. This is also a ninja. Also can't be blocked, so it's great for activating those ninjutsu triggers. We see that Secret Lair Brainstorm. I don't have the art here, but just to draw 3 cards, put 2 back. Found himself a Force of Will. Has the Daze and the Force of Will. So we're going to slowly start chipping at that life total here. 2 mana open. David probably in a place that he wants to be here. Oh, the ninjutsu for the Moon Circuit Hacker. If it does come into play, you don't have to discard. So that's just some card advantage there. Has that extra mana to get that Changeling Outkiss back down as well. All right, we see an Agadeem's Awakening here, an Agadeem Crypt of Agadeem. Taking 3 damage to try and fire off this Duress. Gets dazed, though. Stanley in a pretty bad place. Going to take 5 damage this turn. You can't count the combo player out until their life total is gone, though. Seeing 2 loot effects here from the 2 Moon Circuit Hackers. Stanley really wanting probably a Dark Ritual in this position to try and go off. But he just passes it back. We see a Force of Negation and a Force of Will and a blue card. So David is at least 2 permission spells deep, maybe 3 at this point. Attempts a Summoner's Pact. And that's going to get a Force of Negation. I'm not sure which creature he was going to go get. Probably one of his, either the Elvish Spirit Guide or the Simian Spirit Guide to get extra mana. But David said no to it to start, and so we are here in Game 3. Wow, so we're seeing 4 mana generated off of a Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, and 2 Simian Spirit Guides, and that's going to get the Balustrade Spy, which is going to activate the combo once again. 4 Narcomoebas in play. And no counter yet from David. This is going to give Stanley access to his Cabal Therapy. Showing the hand. I guess he didn't have anything. So casting the Dread Return. Sacrificing and getting the Thassa's Oracle in play. So as we see, the Oops All Spells list quite consistent and was able to get those 2 wins to take round 1. Thanks for joining us for that round. If you like that video, please let us know in the comments. Big thank you to Spellhold Games for allowing us to create all of our content at their store. The next video going up is going to be our 4th round from our Pauper tournament on April 29th. It's going to be Blue Ninjas versus Cycle Storm. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. The subscribe button's coming up right now, right there.